A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. Good going, buddy. Really? Because you feel even worse this morning than you did last night. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. That's not really true. Your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline. Of course, Martinez is Speed Central. You and Speed will be happy again. You will make her come home. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face. The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains told you that you needed those chain cutters. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it. The door is closed. This door can only be opened. Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole in it. That felt good. Everyone is a whore. Now punch a hole in the door. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily in the frame, and your fist hurts. This was all a very good, normal thing to do. The door, it's still not. You should punch a fuck. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. Still, you should punch a fuck it. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, that would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between. In fact, even the death of two detectives might not warrant an all-out war.
He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger, just calmly factoring it.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully constant. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever.
Can I help you?
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the work.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into.
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so...
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp...
But you have more important things to worry about. Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant, but they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to...
The water lock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life, and he'd... Oh my! What happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my...
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so... Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with... And
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Oh, yeah. Here comes the interest.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up...
There's a touch of awe in the way she enunciated the creature's name.
To be honest, this animal sounds like a cryptid. You wouldn't happen to...
I smell pseudoscience, he's thinking. Not a big fan of that.
It's simply elusive. So much so that most...
Establishment. I thought so.
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology. Not at all. Why else would it hide it? Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief... Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description...
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the insulin... Oh, dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear it.
Let me handle this.
You seem a little different today. Less...
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one. What are we going to do to you? The Union isn't going to do anything to you.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But aggressive, you make your living enforcing violence.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent...
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are...
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Look, a comedian. Do your job. Ask your questions.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective.
Wow. The RCM sent us some big dick cops.
Real big dick cops. Look at them, reckless, swinging in the wind.
Yeah, look at the big dick on that cop. Can't tell a dick that big what to do.
Must be something in the water in Jamrock.
Yeah, gave them real nice big dicks.
Yeah. Anyways.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get...
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
So, you're not just here to swing your big dick. You're here for the pretty boy. A real looker, that.
They couldn't get him down, boss. He's still up there, stinking up the place.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Well, maybe you should just fuck off then.
Don't worry. We are resourceful. We'll find a good topic for us to discuss.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them. Now watch the other guys fuck it up by falling out of line.
Yeah, you fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Yes, falling out of line to please him.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Use it to take a dig at his friend. Floodgates open.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
This one knows how to keep things going. He's a hothead, but...
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already got a pretty good picture of these guys. You can use this. You could take another look at the tracks in the yard. See if they fit with the characters here. It could be incriminating.
Incriminating? Now that's a big boy word. Well, maybe you should just fuck off then.
Don't worry. We are resourceful.
The trash containers, the smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. There's nothing more of interest in this sludge of peels and meat. Not much to see here anymore. You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are the container sounds a muffled gong. There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere. Wow, still not doing it. You're bad at this. Maybe you keep failing because you suck.
Noted.
Heavy worker's boots with reinforced toes and hobnails. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear? There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from heavy worker's boots with reinforced toes. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Kuno care? Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kingpin. Fuck no, pig. Kuno ain't dealing to the popo. Not doing the pork pen for your...
He's not worried about prison. He just wants to and belying the act. He's actually telling the truth. Or at least we need to befriend him first.
The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Kuno's Kuno, pig.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang.
He lays the names out there with pride and precision.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Everybody, please! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pig's in here, Kuno! Somebody, please! No! Get off, Kuno, you...
The nearly psychopathic way they could slip in and out of the act imply...
No one? Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
This is where Kuno establishes dominance over you.
Help! The pig's gagging
You put him up to this yourself when you decided to talk to him in the first place.
Listen to your friend.
You're fucking losing it, you fat fuck!
Help, people! The RCM is trying to help! Misters, help!
He's having the time of his life. Total ecstasy. Fuck the pig.
He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late! Look.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this. A shit-eating psychopathic ghost.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look that Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look. I can. Kuno can smell that violent shit. I know what you are. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit down. You know what? You're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you.
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch. You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno.
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever.
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember, this changes shit.
Click, 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 click.
The fuck about it? Your test.
Get lost.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck? Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking act.
The lieutenant takes a quick note.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't club.
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener. Alright, the fuck does this have to do with the Kuno? Kuno doesn't give a shit who she is. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Fuck no! What are you? Fucking mentally
Kuno, they've almost made you a snitch now.
Ease off, see? Kuno always takes the bullet over the hammer. Kuno doesn't fuck.
I'll die before I squeal. What's this kid shit? Fucking mind game.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me.
So it's a girl. Interesting.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Murder was the case they gave me.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty, with your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting.
They do after 7 days, yes.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark, delicate, and fragile. They feel alien to the world around you. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. Ceramic plate, zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is under the heel. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that the locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil. Yes, bullets will fly. They always do.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this kind of... They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre. The Mazda.
Fucking talking about underpants.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. For a full set, about 4 years of wages. By catching, do you mean, let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
What was that about the constabulary before? You need to push some buttons if you want to recruit the lieutenant in a conspiracy.
So they don't get shot in the foot? I think our extremities are fine without a dead man's boots.
Oops. Well, no one said it would work. Back to detecting now.
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
A small bell-like sound fills the air. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action. The metal connects with the same ding. The sound...
Did you hear that? A click? This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally, from plate to plate.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates, where they separate like the scales of some ancient white monster. Cracked. This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes.
Stop!
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer. You are about to seriously compromise the coroner's case.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscle.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot and leave what's inside to the boys at processing? Just this once. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fight.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts.
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries. Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves. It's not merely polyester, it's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see this makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed. The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think the
could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso. His corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol and heartbreak. Your fist clenches suddenly. Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has
a map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Messinian, maybe.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed.
A Trigger Sunshine.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of...
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, sure. Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic...
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its... As you narrow your eyes, this is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin.
The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins.
So, what do you think? I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquent...
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen...
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the...
The fuck are you saying?
Talking about shit.
Maybe. Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
A pool of blood and
the victim appears to have contained no...
The fuck are you saying?
Talking about shit.
Did we? I don't feel lucky. Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before... Agreed. Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first. I agree.
There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently.
Totally dead. No siree.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten...
The victim appears to have contained no more...
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Malicious laughter erupts in the yard. Sounds like...
Big said he's a...
The lieutenant's face is made of stone. But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your...
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done. The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
I'll blow his head off.
Take it! Take the shot!
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air.
God damn it.
He feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age.
Fucking idiot! Mukabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his...
Remain collegial, officer. It was an honest mistake, and I will not repeat it. No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. Someone else? You mean like the police? Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I have bad news for you. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And climb up there and saw the branch? There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees. It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani boyka! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss. Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about? Do it! Set me free!
You feel as though it would be dangerous to set this creature free, to roam.
Don't.
Do it!
You hear an explosion within the weapon in your hands. The branches of the pine tree behind the girl shake ever so lightly. A plume of smoke has erupted from the barrel. The little monstrosity stands in the cloud. Her face is petrified. She is disappointed, trapped, entangled in this world, all because of the continuously appalling.
You fucking learn to shoot!
Whoa, see? Pig tried to shoot you. You're alive?
Yes, Kuno, I can see that.
My liege, it may be possible to spin this as some sort of, pedagogical exercise. Well, then maybe you shouldn't have missed. This is merely a suggestion. If you want to be a failed child murderer, go with that. You sense nylon moving somewhere to your left. There's motion in your peripherals. The gun has left your hand, still numb from the recoil. The lieutenant holsters it under his arm.
I think you're underestimating the gravity of this situation, officer. We need to take a breather from this scene, now. We need to go to the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have the tools, and they have men. I did not want us to be indebted to a man like Everard Clare. I wanted us to be able to deal with it ourselves. That is clearly not...
You need to suck my dick! Why the fuck am I still alive? Can't believe you missed! We were so close, you and I. Fucking noodle fingers. I'm never getting out. I'm in it for life now. I'm doing life with you pigs. Fucking sweaty pigs. Fucking Fisher. Fucking Nucky.
Come, we need to go now.
Marrow.
So you tried to kill Kuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it?
Sire, it just went off.
Kuno wants to like reckless shit. But then you almost kill Kuno's girl. Kuno's conflicted and shit. Stop bending Kuno's mind and stop waving your gun around, kid. What?
The lieutenant nods.
What you fucking nodding at there, Clad? Kuno sees that shit. Let's just talk shit. Kuno needs to calm.
He means it. He really does want to calm down.
Kuno doesn't fucking...
Yes? Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working-class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working-class woman, why isn't she working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working-class woman needs something to read. It is. I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
What with?
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing.
My husband? No, he's not. I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends?
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but... I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not know. Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
She has, though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's...
What? Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me. My husband is not missing.
But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe...
No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home. Smoking. Given the
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting. My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be... Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Shamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party? There is no investigation here. I can tell you that. I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what? Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing. Great. Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Wonderful. The store is open.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips. The woman before you nods and returns to her reading. The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian.
Oh, Man from Hjelmdal. A very popular series of blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives. What does it matter? They're all the same. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hjelmdalaman, the man from
A small mountain of colourful board game boxes. These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name, crime fiction, is a disgrace. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work. What's more, they completely ignore the sight. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officers. You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get me Mullen. The stalwart. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house. Yes, there's also the dame who did it. Farewell. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar, a worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen, could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking? Then this is the book for you. A sulphur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title. Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all. You don't have behavioral problems. That's garbage.
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. When she's not looking, it's quite a challenge. But eventually, the guide to the cockatoos is you. A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest found on the Seminine Islands, and this book talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as where to even begin. All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them. You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle, and show off, and will even scream for performing. Yes, bird. This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus. Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered, in the words of poet-explorer Sir James. Despite its banging name, the bang-bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes. Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you? You're right. Your Majesty embodied. This big, beautiful bird belongs on your heraldry.
Excuse me? I don't know. The most talkative one? The what now? You truly are one strange cop, aren't you?
The woman before you nods.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
This reality?
Yes, reality is your side case.
How truly curious. A sort of philosopher detective.
Are they now?
A deep synthesis. I'll assist you however I can then.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay? It remains a mystery what you mean by this something.
We're in Martinez. A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. Aren't we all? Martinez is a district of Revachol. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Revachol? The great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory. Beyond
History detective. They built the nations of the Occident, or in the DeLorean century. They say it's where the terrible questions of, by that I mean, conflicts. We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island. We're quite a way off. About 22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the back.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. There is no recognition. Only the immensity of the sea. She observes your eyes scanning the horizon. This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know?
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory... Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am, Monsieur will be here.
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
That is understandable. But perhaps it's better not to...
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
A strange coldness comes over you. It's on the tip of your tongue. A doubt of sorts.
A bird? A sphenicid? Some sort of krill hunter? Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing. Ah! This is the pier of Rue des Orteaux. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once Splat, splat. Wonderful. Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything, everything. Right up to, but not including, trade. First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade and Aliments. That good luck is only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own.
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike. I hope I can be of help. Why, yes I am. Officer, I assure you I'm a
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain. White, qualified pleasure craft operator. So
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but 2 insulindic regattas.
Actually, you don't. It is a little known fact among those who police that the Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license. I was just being polite. Even school children know the Wayfarer Act. No need to politicize this. You may still ask for the lady's passport.
Of course.
The woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. The woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you. Face adorned.
Yes, but please don't call me that. Joyce is much more efficient.
She doesn't like it. Probably a bad memory.
My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
She nods and returns the plastic bag to her coat.
The boat? No. It is called Corps de Lake. It's a pleasure craft. A 19-pacer. It also happens to my sloop. I like it a lot.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou. I haven't seen anyone else drive a suit.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued. It's for crossing long distances in a greater...
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the... Good. It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual product...
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the union also
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, unlikely officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients... Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. Yes? Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may...
Give me a moment. I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. We won't be killing anyone. And you shouldn't say things like that. You're a police officer.
She's seen it and known.
Give me a moment.
This door is made of metal, and no one answers.
We should return in the evening. At 9 p.m.
This must be it. The basement door.
That's probably the door Evrat mentioned. We still need to get the key from this manana first, though.
There, working class drunk. You know what this means, right? Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you?
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
Trying is worth as much as is accomplished.
Fine. You try to right a wrong. It's still a gram better than actual nothing. It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading.
His moves are quick and precise as he first checks the weapon, then aims it at the sea.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her? I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Still, all you...
Anything else I can assist you with, officer?
A rusting control panel with this panel usually closes the water. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in. Nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Hello again. How can I help you? I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have. The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted plate. Ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd... I do my best to keep my distance from all...
He doesn't know anything. No one likes to see what you have to see every... The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dump.
Sure thing. Sure, man.
You see a Samaran. The name Silen is embroidered over his...
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool. The goods are...
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers.
You're very cool. Bang, bang. Oh, yes! You got style. You got past. You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything...
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions. No need to dress this one up. Just...
Oh, okay. But why, officer? Ah, yes. Money is very important.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so, you're not doing a very good.
Sorry, detective.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me? Then what's your deal here?
So much for subtlety. Better get straight to the point.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo. Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire. Wait. There's something here, stored away in some dusty corner.
Whoa. What else? Silent communion. That's good. Dang, that's some great shit.
Or did you learn it in school? More importantly, who can prove if you did? Go with it.
No matter. It's a fine stanza. They're more often in the fists than rhymes, see.
In a small office behind the old military hospital, hunched under the green glow of his desk light, Officer Hans Blau browses through a test print of his few.
Well, you've given me some hope, I guess.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next...
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo, they usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Neat. For carrying large quantities of...
There it is again. A little touch of sadness.
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street. The road continues for miles, flowing together with other roads above the general quarter, in the form of a raised motorway, to the old south, to the farthest outskirts of Revachol. You cannot see. It's out of the city. Up ahead, the mist...
Excuse me?
A flinch jolts his frame. The question has touched a nerve.
There are things even a cop can't fix, my man. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of luck. What's it like? Good. And bad. What about you, cop man? You miss...
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow.
You lost your gun. Oh man, that's bad news. But thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone. And I know it wasn't easy to ask.
Small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Where am I? Who are you?
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of her...
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck back in Methka. During the time of the revolution. Until you came along, that is. This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you. This man's got a hold over her, even 50 years later.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever someone was. They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or they're beautiful? That is all that matters.
All of what? The world. She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought. As
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, while you, people, were tearing each other apart. Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole. Diamonds. Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine? I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo. Then it's contraband, Loman. What?
bad hand. Hermenegildos' bad hand. Strangled 300.
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, it's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. Don't be stupid. The boyadero returns from the western plain and changed.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills.
No. The boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the maigret. Then he rides off. The most beautiful. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can... What do I need drugs for, Loman? What I see, what I feel, the great adver... If you don't know...
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Who the fuck is Irat? Ah, and what do I care about the union boss? He's no Gabriel, he's no Franco Negro. He's not even Hermenegildo the Hunt. Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grad. No, Loman.
Damn this. Make her answer.
Diamonds are good for you, Loman. You should try them sometime. I would never make fun of a real Loman, Herife.
Ma'am, you're not responsible for what the client puts in your lorry, as long as...
Lay off her.
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet.
That's correct. There is no visibility of...
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will.
I think we're done here, no? She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her...
So he doesn't think she's a smuggler?
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best. Lomonosov's Land, Udashnaya Zemlya.
A terrible cold comes over her, rattling her.
The Transcatolia Magistral. You for 1A. Adestradas du Mirador. All the good ones. You're right, Loman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously.
A correct appraisal. You're quite sure.
Is that all you woke me up to say? Yes, go. Enough jamboree.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, the windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cab. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. Large ashtrays.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This, likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina.
Let's talk about our right to work. We were promised work. We'd be in there, working. If main gate's locked, it would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean headmen. Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now.
No! They will give up eventually.
So, how'd you like our harbor? It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right, you talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the...
The man whispers a jaunty tune.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. Polar weasel? Oh. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means...
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff.
Who he is and what they ask him about the Hardy Boys.
We're negotiating our share. Aye. All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board. No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and even a weak child can think it. The only thing, just the way the world works, boyadero. I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organ. I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the...
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? The old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them. Sure, I've had the necessary free time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, it all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude, that of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. No. No. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide.
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that.
Hey. Psst. Psst. Hey, you. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people. Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready. stand steady as ever. And hundreds of documents and the same materials being you already went through all the drawer slides. Before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. No reply. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Mister, I'm not gonna bother you with a long greet. Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the...
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place.
I had to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping this. We're on a strike. The whole union is.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mister, but Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everett. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a...
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do... Oh, that one. That should be empty as far...
Told you.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that...
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind...
Oh my! Don't take this question personally, but...
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel reinforced. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some realist... But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here, and he has a little dead body in a tree problem. You can find Luke down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you, now that he's back on his feet. Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez here. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her, because you and I are such good friends, and I'm helping you get that
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good...
He doesn't want to see her. It's a...
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all... Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how...
This is weird. Not nice weird, but...
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as...
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
And gets over it in 2 seconds. Seems like it did.
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a...
I think the odds of that are very low.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about...
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first. As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not...
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM.
He got the name from the Census Bureau. And
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi, from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very...
That means he doesn't really know anything. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on. See you soon, Debard.
Before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. And, as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with the rhetoric. Maybe you're losing it.
For something odd. Come to drugs? They're shit, man. I don't... You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Mirizza, Safre. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight. So they have to get us to weaken ourselves. Not in, not out.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little...
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. It's a fucking travesty is what it is. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang...
Guess so.
You see a heavy steel door with the door does not. The cobalt blue surface feels old cobalt. The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod.
Can I help you?
The afternoon sun shimmers off the white on blue. Do something important? Something murder-related? Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema. Someone has waxed it recently.
You want to take a closer look? 130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12.
7.2. Supercharged.
Saying these words brings him immense.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so much? Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Sorry, I'm not following you.
Lingo it up.
No, that's porno.
Use bigger words.
Porno. That's short for pornography. That's a negative on the porno. Thank you.
Everything's still cool here, officer. Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have it. That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But,
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder, and he's an asshole.
Realizing he can't get out of it.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This, exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that. Nothing. I told you.
And what crowd?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd. Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I...
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who. I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone...
It could be. She was strange.
I don't know. I'm not local. All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there.
Oh, okay. But
After all this mess, the broken seals...
an investment? What kind of investment? I guess it can't be any riskier than speculating in exotic derivatives. How much are we talking about here? But officer, I don't have that kind of money. There's got to be a more modest investment. 10 real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man. Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais.
The apricot suzerainty is what the Seaguy archipelago is commonly known.
No, apricots come from Seaguy. My grandma used to grow them. Speaking of, why not...
is still hunched over the...
Huh? What is it? What do you want? Did you just call me a lady, Harry Fair?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it. The woman's malevolent cackling.
I'm a lady like you are Gabriel Buenguerro. Only in dreams. I'm only terrifying to small children.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other coming? Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was. Oh, Sim.
Hold on, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
The man before you is naked, but for a... The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Incriminating. Now, container belt, like we use in the harbor? Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out.
As he speaks, his fists contract, going...
We did this. Together. All of us.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
How many people have you sent to the Shays?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years.
Rest assured, lawman. None work.
You don't have to answer any of his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax.
Known him? We don't associate.
Yeah! Who do you...
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that...
By the Pine's cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for Warpine?
No. I mean the Pine's cow. The stupid ass. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say.
That's enough insinuation for today. Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all? That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide. What you can do right now is go back.
No. We'll stay here and just...
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experience.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hired me.
Because one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm R&E's goddamn special."
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some R&E's paratrooper song.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did. Right?
Sire, the tale is true.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed one.
There's a slight unease in him, suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Love. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around.
There's something odd here.
No, you're not getting the name.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
We hanged him up by his neck.
Didn't they teach you anything?
Can you give us a few more details? Did you muffle him?
Titus, you don't have to...
We overpowered him. Dragged his unconscious body to the tree.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right hand, this little rat-faced fellow is solid too. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or what...
No.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a power.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
With numbers, asshole.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our...
This one has a distinct style. He puts so much whiny emotion into everything.
And fuck you too, copper. Picking on Angus like they...
His all-muscle comment wasn't... This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them.
Like what, copper? Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
Not in the arresting mood?
A fearful readiness, like an electrical chuck. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of it. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and that while the little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve, there's a knife in there. Some of the others reach for their belts. Their eyes are light.
Look, coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us, and 2 of you.
That's an Easter 50, a Ziemsk-made monstrosity. It'll blow your head clean off. The last thing you hear is a little murmur. Not a blast, not an echo. No one screams. It's more dead cops. Sad news from the district of Mon.
The little guy? You're the little guy now.
So, little guy, you had some questions?
Beneath everything, he's grateful. Just a bit. You don't force him to get up.
Yeah, little question.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from a...
Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now. Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Why?
This is not what he thinks it is. I'm afraid it's not what you think it is either.
What in the name of fuck are you doing?
But I don't want to give you my gun, not after the last time.
The fuck is happening, Titus? What are they—
Easy, Shanks. I want to see where this is going.
Merely what?
The pressure in the room grows to a boiling point.
Be careful, it's loaded.
Good. Now put it in your mouth.
What are you doing?
Genuine panic flies across the lieutenant.
Fellas, you getting any of this? Fellas, the cop is really threatening to...
No, that is not what is happening. This show is unnecessary. Give me...
He's not gonna off himself.
No. He'll do it. Go ahead, son. 3, 2.
2, 1. Do it. Get this one. No. Give it to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. It's not too late. You can... There will be no spinning.
What in the name of motherfuck?
The fuck is he saying? Some insane shit.
Nothing. Give me the gun. We'll solve the case. Look at me. Don't worry.
Yeah. Cause I sorta wanna see that shit.
You won't, man. His fucking balls ain't big enough.
Deranged cop kills himself. Citizens in shock as a deranged law official reportedly from the 41st precinct shot himself in the head last night in the middle of a crowded cafeteria in downtown Martinez. The exact details of the incident have not been revealed.
Fellas, you getting any of this?
Thank you. Nothing to worry about here, people. My partner likes to play these jokes. He's what you call...
He is infinitely grateful to have that gun back on his...
Dark? What the fuck was that, you carnies? We haven't seen RCM in...
I knew he wasn't gonna do it, though.
No. I still have my money on him. Sooner or later, he has that look.
Do not think your failed suicide attempt will win you any pity from these...
Again, it was a dark joke. Maybe we should go for a little walk, Joker?
Again. Just get the dead guys on. About fucking time.
What in the name of hell was that supposed to be? The theatrical suicide attempt. We need to talk about it. Yes, well, I was able to recontextualize it as I understand you sometimes employ extreme interrogation tactics. We can't have RCM officers going around putting guns in their mouths. We can't afford to have that image. Few institutions can. No, you are not. You are not going to put your gun into your mouth when we interrogate people. Never. Now let's go.
This was your chance to make amends, but you chose not to. Instead, you chose...